I'm going to apologize if this becomes a Chuck Todd moment, but my question is lengthy. So, I'm an educator, and I have seen in Iowa and in Arizona and West Virginia the demise of the unions. But not only that, just educators in general have kind of a target on their backs right now, and our public school system in general. Along with that, we see the law enforcement, and they kind of have a target on their back, and farmers, and the idea of our dairy farmers and our family farmers aren't able to make a living. And you used to, in one of the things, the pursuit of happiness and the American dream, you used to be able to be a middle class teacher, farmer, and that was living the American dream. I have 2 children and a husband, and we have a home, but some people aren't making it on that. And so, what is your plan to help maintain or restore that middle class in our education system? And please pick, if you become the president, a Secretary of Education who's had a public school education.
Really thoughtful question. Transcends anything Chuck Todd could do. Just my I begin with school teachers and public school educators who in 2017 in this state lost the ability to organize and use the leverage of what they bring into that classroom to exact not just better wages and not just better benefits, but better delivery of instruction and education to those children in front of them. That's why any teacher entered the classroom. Not to get rich, not for the benefits. Certainly you could get far richer, be better taken care of in other industries and professions. You responded to a calling. You wanted to unlock that lifelong love of learning that resides within every single child, because you know once you do, there's no stopping that kid. And by extension, there is no stopping this country. So the lack of pay is connected to an inability to organize, which is connected to, in the bigger picture, a lack of respect for those public servants who have dedicated their lives to improving their communities and to this country. So we need to restore the right to organize, especially in those states that define themselves by right to work. It's fundamental to every child receiving a world-class education. Teachers need to be paid enough so that they can work just one job. Too many are working a second or a third job just to make ends meet right now. They're also laboring under these high-stakes standardized tests that in no way meaningfully measure your performance in the classroom or the potential of the child in front of you. They're working with kids who on the first day of kindergarten are already 10 months behind in some cases in reading comprehension. Those may be the children of parents who are working 2 and 3 jobs themselves, who don't have the luxury to read to their kids before that first day of school. So what if we did this? Paid teachers a living wage, made sure that the next Secretary of Education herself or himself had experience teaching in a public school classroom so they understand what it's like, what it means. Give teachers a seat at the table for the next iteration of the education policy that comes out of Washington, D.C. So whatever succeeds, the Every Student Succeeds Act, I want you to help write that. Extend learning to pre-K universally so that those children who are 10 months behind in kindergarten, they can start at an even starting line with every other kid in America. Let's hire teachers who look like the students before them so we can get to the issue of not just equality but equity in education. And then let's make sure that we understand the spirit of your question, that doing all of this builds and fortifies the middle class in this country, which is fundamental to our economic success at large. So any kind of public servant, from school teacher to police officer to anyone else who's dedicated themselves to improving this country, I want to make sure that we have their back. And then in addition, just quickly, I want to make sure that anyone who works in this country has a living wage, so $15 as the floor. Anyone who works can take time off to take care of their kids, so paid family leave, affordable child care, and then back to the question of health care, that's a right, not a privilege. It's not something you have to worry about. You're well enough to go to work, to raise your families, to pursue your education and your genius. So these are some steps I think that we can take going forward. Thank you very much for the question.